Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy EWD, aka Corrupt Alpha, back out here with another video. And today, we're gonna be making a Star Thompson build. Not Star Thompson, I mean a Min. I forgot to change the name of my phone, tripping. Nah, but I made a Star Thompson earlier today, lockdown build. I've been made it. I made it a long time ago, but this is gonna be a more scoring type build. It's gonna have everything from mid range. Might I don't know the build name because I didn't put this like in the builder to get the build name. All I know is I know what it has, the attributes it has, and it's very good. Um, you gotta go 6'7". Asar is 6'7", or Amen is 6'7". Asar and Amen are 6'7". I put Asar at 6'8" because his legs look a lot longer than Amen Thompson's legs, and they just he looks to be like, in my opinion, like a better player than Amen. It's kind of early to say, but from my first look at him, it kind of seems like he's a better player than Amen. Um, so yeah, this is what you're gonna go: 6'7", 207, and 7-foot wingspan. Um, Driving layup, we're gonna start out with. You can put it to an 82. Like I said, this is gonna be an all-around type build. I'm putting mine to an 87, right, with a 69 close shot. Driving dunk goes all the way up to a 89. Now you could go 90, get that extra badge, do what you want. I don't think it's really gonna mess up the build. We're probably gonna have some extra badge points. I believe we do by the end of the build. So if you want to do that, standing dunk is at a 45. You get every one of the basic stand dunk packages. And post control, we're moving up to a 62. Really is to get dream, or really is to get 63. Actually, my fault. I'm tripping. But 3-point shot 83. You want to max that out. This build is gonna be called like a mid-range shot facilitator or something like that. Um, 86 on the mid-range. This build's defense compared to the Asar Thompson build is not gonna be anywhere near um, how that Asar Thompson build was on defense. I went with that 86 ball handle on this build, to get quick first step Hall of Fame and also to get the LaMelo Ball. Um, his packages 70 speed with ball to get the pro animations. Now I should have did this on the other build. I want the 75 to get what's that dribble style? I don't know. It's a dribble style I like at a 75 that I use this really fast, but pro is also very good. Um, like I said, this build's more of an offensive threat than anything. So we went 82. Boom. He is strong, so we did put something on the strength. We only put to a 70 though, to keep people from trying to bully us. But even if they try to, I don't know if it'll work or not. Stamina we maxed out. Let's see, 85, 80, 84. So perimeter, we went with a 76. The steal went with a 60, and we added the rest to our defensive rebound. Ain't bad. Now, if you want to, which in my opinion I would take all the post control down. It wouldn't be that good of offense build. You could hit phase on this build still with the 86 mid range, so don't be tripping about that. But I would add, maybe I want the 60 still on the build. It's still good compared to like where I was gonna put it at. I was just gonna put it at a 50. With 60 you still get interceptor, but there's really no point to put it up to. You put it up to a 71, you'd have no rebound, no interior. So I went to a 60, and I went 40. And I put the rest on defensive rebound, which is also a 40. And then, like I said, this is more of an offensive build, which is why I made the other build so good at defense, and this one kind of bad at defense, is because this, in my opinion, would be the best. It's the best fit. You got a defensive lockdown, a scoring wing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be good. So I went with pull up precision and finishing moves for my takeovers. And there's another way you can make this build. I'm going to show you. It's more defensively based. It kind of looks more like the Amen Thompson build than it does now. There's probably a, like I said, 3 level threat. Um, but you can edit the build and take the take a lot of stuff down. Actually, take this down to 85. You take the standing dunk down all the way, not all the way, but to a 34. You take the mid range down to, what was it, 84, and you take the 3 point down to 82. Free throw doesn't really matter that much. And then I think you, yeah, something like this, and then you get drastically better uh, defense. Like you can go to a 78 on the steal now and get 10 badges. I'll stay at I think the sweet spot's like right around that 70 mark. So I'm gonna go with a 70. Um, Interior, I like to have like at least a 60. It gets the job done most of the time. Defensive rebound, I want to have rebound chaser, and you can put the rest on block. It doesn't matter. I put it that one on maybe perimeter. In my opinion, might work best, might not. Um, but yeah, this is how I would do the build. The other build I showed you, it's a good build, don't get me wrong, but it's more of an offensive build, and you want to make sure that you're running threes with 2 lockdowns, or a big and a lock, or maybe you're running a wreck or something like that when you make that build. But this build is the real deal. It gets the job done. You get the same exact takeovers as before. Pretty sure you get a different, yeah, you get a different name. You're not called a 3 level threat, I do believe. You get the same shades of. I think you're called an inside out score if I'm not mistaken. I know you're still called a 3 level threat. Maybe I did make this build earlier, so like earlier in the year, because not too long after the game came out, I made this build a little differently. I had a lower mid range and a higher 3 point shot and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, this is what I would go with for the finishing badges. Pro Touch is a must on any build. Rise Up is a badge you can put on the build, but will it help that much? Maybe, maybe not. Um, you are only 6'7". 6'7" is pretty good height, in my opinion. But for current gen, I played against, like the other day, I just played against a 6'11" that was like post scoring and all that. So Giant Slayer on gold or Hall of Fame. I'll put on gold just because I want to save the badge points. Slithery, Posterizer, or Limitless. With the last build, I went with Limitless and Posterizer. This time I'm going to go with Slithery and Posterizer. I gotta core this. Forgot about that. Core that. Boom. And now you got 3 extra badge points. Go ahead and put it on Bully just because. Green Machine. This build's a lot different than the last one. So yeah, I got a very good uh, shot now that I can use. So like I said, these two badges right here, volume shooter and clutch shooter. See, you're gonna be a pretty good 3 point shot. You're gonna have a pretty good 3 point shot with just regular 82. Now you're probably barely gonna miss one. Now that you have clutch shooter, you take a couple of shots, you're barely going to miss if missing at all. So I would put limitless range on court. Agent 3, if you're into all that step back and stuff like that, I'm not. I usually put mine on, like, if I shoot a 3, it's to like pull up. I barely shoot fades. I'm not gonna say I'm not shooting fades, but I barely do. But blinders might be the badge for you if that's what you want to use, blinders. And you get it on gold. I did drop to 84 just so you can get blinders on gold for people that like blinders. And then you have just enough to get dead eye, right? On silver. Um Now, me personally, I'm doing this. You could do it however you want, but I'm doing that, and then I'm probably going to. I like to do like little step backs and side steps and stuff like that, so you can go blinders, dead eye, whatever works with you. I would have to get used to the build before I depend on like what I'm putting my shot attributes as, because I have another build that's similar to this, but it has a higher three, and I end up choosing none of these badges. Matter of fact, or I did choose Agent 3 because it does also help with step back threes. So if you want to put on Agent 3, go ahead. Two more badge points. Put on whatever, guard up and clutch shooter, Hall of Fame or whatever. Do whatever you want. Um, 18 playmaking badges. I went with Ankle Breaker, Hall of Fame, just because he's not much of an ankle breaker. I've seen a clip of him that was cold as hell. He broke some dude's ankles, and I was hyped for it. But I wouldn't put on ankle breaker, Hall of Fame if I just didn't want to have fun on the build, which I do want to have fun on the build. That's the point of playing 2K, is to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Um, break starter and then special delivery. I like to throw up the ops with this build. Um, Menace is something, in my opinion, that you kind of need for this build, just because you don't get enough badge points to get clamps, challenger, and stuff like that. So Menace, highest tier you can. That's what I would do. Um, Workhorse, rebound chaser. Something I found about host lockdown is it's a good badge for basically just big men. Nobody's gonna be taking you to the post and wreck. Nobody's gonna be doing stuff like that. So unless you're a little man with very like low defense but high strength, then this would actually be a badge for you. We got a high strength and a decently high interior, so we're chilling. In my opinion, brick wall would be better than that. Pogo stick, just because you get that second jump. Uh, like you try to jump, you miss the jump, you get that second jump in, and it kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of a lifesaver. Sometimes depending on how good you recover. You know what I'm saying? I would core this off-ball pest Hall of Fame, and the reason why is just because it's a good badge to have. Now, if you're into box out beast, of course, ankle braces, you don't get your ankle snatched. Um, that's probably what I would do, because you're gonna be all over the ball, and your perimeter defense isn't the highest. So I'd put ankle braces on for this build alone. But um, this is the offensive build. Now, there is a build, like I said, I created earlier this year, and it's going to be similar to what I'm going to show you now. It was, hold up. All this, but instead, I think I end up going with, what did I go with? I went with the 7'1" wingspan, and I think all the same attributes. 7'1", all the same attributes, and I went with the 82. I went with the 90 on this one. Close shot, I went with the 70. 70 is just a sweet spot. I went with the 76, and this can go up to a 79. Matter of fact, just put to a 77. 82, three-point shot. Free throw at a 70. Pass accuracy at 75. Ball handle at a 86, like last one. Sweet ball at a 70. Now you got a little bit more attributes to make up the rest of this build. Actually, you put this down. That extra badge, it helps, but not too much. My fault. Nah, but high perimeter, you get. I went with a 87 perimeter. Steal at a 71. Interior defense at a 60. Block at. You can really go block at a 70. Get anchor if you want. I went with a. What was this? 63. Yeah, 63 for this. And then offensive rebound, I went with the 50. Defensive rebound, I went with the 70. Speed, I went with the 82. Excel with the 70. strength 70. I put the rest of my stamina. Boom. You get basically the same takeovers, except now you get lockdown, and I would go with like a slashing and lockdown or something of that nature for this type of build. This is, I believe, called the inside out score. Um, Something along the lines of inside out score, inside out threat. Yeah. So this build is about the same as the other build, just a little bit more better defense. Anyways, if y'all liked the video, I showed y'all the two builds that you can make for Amen Thompson. In my opinion, the only good build for Star Thompson is one that I made um, earlier. This is the good build for Amen Thompson. If y'all like the video, please drop a like. Do whatever it takes to get this video out to other people. You know what I'm saying? If you like the build, make it in 2K. You know what I'm saying? And somebody asks how you get at making your builds, be like, hey, the one that can taught me. Be like something like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all have a blessed day, and I'm out. Peace.